Good morning, traders. Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is March 3rd, 2011. And markets yesterday, we paused, and this morning we've got actually a gap up in those markets as we've got actually some news coming out that could drive the markets either higher or lower here. Let's look at the euro. The euro's basing at the highs here, building a base outside of that prior balance area, looking like it wants to go higher. Remember, we had 140 as a target objective for quite some time now, and we look like we're going to probably be there sooner versus later to get up to that 140 area, because this is paused. Those people who think that the 3850 area is the area to short, they'll get run over in the stops. We'll get a powerful move outside of the 3850s up to 40s way up here. For the euro. So keep your eyes on the euro. Pullbacks in the euro are continue to be buyable until that changes. We'll keep you posted. But otherwise, pullbacks are buyable in the euro as that wants to still rattle higher into 140 into new highs here. All right, let's look at the ES market. You've got yesterday a small balance area that we had built auction in a very tight range. They bought the lows, they sold the highs. We were balancing in that area. This morning, looks like we're going to be up into the 17, 18 area. 20 would be the extreme of that last little ledge that we have here at 1950s, 20s. Still, this may be the bounce for them to sell into. Who knows? We'll see at the open, or is this going to retrace this wide range candle from Tuesday right straight back up? Obviously, in a gap up. Still think we were in a larger balance area here, unfair lows, unfair highs in this, that we're trying to build some sort of a structured area for the S&P. If this sets up a bounce today, or even if they sell into this gap open this morning, this may be the setup of, again, a move back down to the 82s, but they just keep shugging off the bearishness here. The bears get their claws in something one day and then down, bounce right back we go. So, we are in an uptrend. We've got to respect that, and I still think that we're trying to build some new structured area up here a lot higher. Got to keep a watch on oil, because oil, playing into this 102 area yesterday, we saw the market push back. And again, looking at the daily candle yesterday, you would say, well, looking like it's setting itself up for continuation down today. Well, this morning, guess what? You're being handed a gap open. So that kind of changes the dynamics of that. So pullbacks this morning, we're going to have to look at in the S&P. Maybe we get a shot on the short side at this 20s to short back down into yesterday's value areas, which again, there's going to be way back down into this level here. It's got some room to move back down. So cautiously, we don't buy highs. Remember, in market profile, we would look to buy lows and sell highs. So I'm kind of more focused looking at these key reference areas this morning and saying, if I get the opportunity, I think I'd rather be a seller up here this morning than a buyer. And of course, the volume and everything will tell us that being the case this morning. So the S&P with the gap open, gapping right into some key levels up here. We'll have to see how it plays out at the open. Let's take a look at crude oil. You can see here clearly, as we've been talking over the last few days, the COP here, breakout off the 96.50 area, that COP has caused another imbalanced state in the oil market. It looks like we may have some short-term stopping areas up here at this 02 level to just above the threes here. But we should go into another area of acceptance up here. If oil is going to be accepted at these new levels, we will begin to balance up here, and we'll form some sort of a balance area in order for it to continue on. Now, if their market's going to reject it and not like this area, and say, you know what, oil belongs back inside of the value area, then we'll see that happen. Price will tell us it. The auctioning process will push us back and push us right back into that level. But if oil sits up here and it begins to auction in a balanced trading area here, and we build a new structured area, then you can look for oil to continue higher. Right out from these levels here, because this 3-month very mature profile that we were in, when we ran down towards the end of February, tried to go lower, it was totally rejected. We knew we were coming out the other end of this, and we knew, usually through market profile, they'll make a probe for new highs, and I mean, that's what we've got now. And now we're starting to see some stability up here, and what we have to watch for is oil going to come back immediately in a V-pivot reversal back down, or is it going to build structure up here? That's really what we have to watch for the next few days here. Intraday, obviously, we can play the value areas. We have our initial balance areas and stuff like that. We can play those and keep an eye on how we can play that during the day. So, that's crude oil. So, keep an eye on that, the balance versus imbalance states. We're in an imbalance state right now. Are we going to get a balanced state up here? Only time will tell, obviously. We can drop down to a smaller time frame, look at what the charts are telling us, and see if we can't, intraday, we can trade that rotation back and forth, especially if it's going to start building a base. Okay, traders, have a good day. We'll see you in the room.